The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the outset is Penix. Out left and complete to Thornton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Penix. Completes this one to Thornton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Throwing the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 1. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A give for Walker running right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And looking to throw, Penix. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Penix. Steps away to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Moore. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the air, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 11. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll change things up. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They are going for it. Penix. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 3. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Ward. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Zach Harrison, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flush to his right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
It's caught. This is White. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Operating from the gun, Ward. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now Penix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 2nd and 2. Robinson up the middle. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind about moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ward. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And looking to throw, Penix. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, good move. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Walker now on 1st and 10. Still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And a dump off here to Robinson. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, all focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's first down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught left side by Judy. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. They find some open field here. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the...